be good. Hey, welcome back to Fixing Things. Today we're on my wife's 2009 Dodge Challenger, and I think it needs some Viagra. I'm not sure, but the window doesn't like to go down, and I know what the problem is. See, everything works better when it's got grease in it. You know what I'm saying? Everything works better when it's got grease in it. And what happens over time, things get old and they need grease. It gets hot, the grease dries up in it. And I know a lot of people, they put some W-40 down in there and they spring some PV blaster down in there, but that's only a fix for like 20 minutes, because inside that door panel, man, it can get up to 200, 300 degrees with the sun baking down on it, and it'll dry that stuff right up. The rain goes down, gets in those channels. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that door panel off, and we're going to fix that permanently. A lot of people, they would just go ahead and put another door regulator on it, and you can do that. And the problem is, you notice brand new door regulators got some real thin grease on it, and 2 years down the road, it's gonna be doing it again. So we're gonna put some heavy duty axle grease in the tracks and the rubbers and everything else. We're gonna put some Viagra on that thing, because Viagra makes everything work better. That's what they say. Today I was at the heart doctor's. They asked me, do you take Viagra? I said, looked up and I said, what do you think, I'm old or something? I said, of course I take Viagra. I said, how do you think I'm still living? Keeps me standing. You take about 12 Viagras a day, you won't fall down. Anyways, let's get working on this window regulator. I'll show you how to take the door panel off. It's not that hard. A lot of people are intimidated by door panels and stuff. There's only like some screws and some pop thingies, and it's easy cheesy. All right, let's get going on this thing. So on a 2009 model, I think all the way up to 2011-ish maybe, I ain't so sure. It's got these little tabs in it, and there's like a few screws across the bottom. Got some more tabs on this side, and it's got a screw under this little door thing and a screw inside this door thing. Then you can get the panel, pull it out from the bottom, and you should be able to slide it up. Once you get it slid off, there's you got to untake the little thing for the thing and a wire thingy on this side. Once you get the wire thingy off and the little bar that goes across, the whole plastic door portion can come off. It's also a good time to replace these strips. These things are made out of hard plastic, and they come right off once you get the door thing off. I may have some different style trim I might be able to put on that, because I love my wife. And she don't need nothing like that. We'll see if we can't fix that while we're at it. Always when you're doing something, especially for somebody else, do a little better than what you said you was going to do. I guarantee when you go do a little bit better than what you plan on doing, then things go better. People recognize, man, they went a little further on than they needed to. Wow, what a good guy that is. That's a life lesson. Not like some of my heart doctor. They're trying to kill me. Why do they want to know if I can take Viagra? Great day. Take a Viagra? How do you think I'm still walking? That don't make sense. I put my wife's floor mat down here as a lay it down device so I don't get my knees all scratched up. And it looks like it might rain. Oh, there's several ways to get these off. You can push the center in one click. Take a sharp screwdriver doodaddy and get up underneath it, and they come right out. I thought I was going to have to use this, but looks like I don't need to. And we'll put those on the front seat. May have pushed that one in too far. Just push it into the first pop. Right. If it goes too far, just push it all the way in. Then you can pop it out. Then you can get your hand in there and get it out. Push it into the first pop, and it should come right out. That's what it looks like. And just put it back into this mode. When you put it back in, it hits flush. I'm gonna lay down, take a nap while I'm down here. My doctor says I should take a break from doing all this stuff. I can't let my wife go without having her window working. You notice these screws are not like tight, okay? This stuff does not need to be tight. All right, we got the 4 poppet thingies on the other side. 2 screws in the center, and we can get this thing apart. Okay, so behind your door latch, you got a little keeper thingy right here. You just pry that thing down. Take your screw gun in reverse mode. And I like putting all my stuff on a little magnetic so you don't lose them. Same thing here. Little door thingy. Now, so we don't lose these, we just put these out of the way over here somewhere. All right, the door thing is ready to come off now. So you gotta remember there's some wires in here and a bar that goes across that hooks to the latch. So we want to unhook the wires and that latch, and then the door panel will come right off. All right, so once you get the thing, there was some more little pop clips. You had to stick a pry bar in and kind of pop them out. This one snapped off right here. I'll get that fixed somehow. But some more that was up top that kept it from coming out. Once you popped them out, then the whole thing came off a little bit. You reach down, unclip your dual electric wires. There's a little plastic clip that works for your door latch, and that thing just pops off real easy, kind of. And then now we just gotta pull back this rubber thingy, and you don't want to take it all the way off. You want to put it back on. This is important to keep the junk out of your car. This gets dust and rain and stuff goes down in here. You see they put sound deadening stuff on here. to make the car quiet. This is also part of the sound deadening. And here's your window track right here. And I think we can get to pretty much everything right here. Now on this side right here, there's a window ledge. I don't know if you can see it. And the window goes down on that. That thing definitely has to get grease in it. You can see it runs up through there. And this track right here, definitely got to get it. And this track right here. And so let's see if we can get that taken care of. All right, so this is my go-to for almost everything, even assembling engines. It doesn't have to be STP, just it's high temp wheel bearing grease. And it's designed to dissipate water and everything else. This is the same stuff you'd squeeze in your grease gun that goes through all your front end components that gets exposure to water and stuff. And just like those components, your window gets exposed to extreme heat and water and stuff. So that light grease that came from the factory is no bueno. So inside that track here, this is the number one track that needs to be greased, is the one that's down inside there. So I'm going to get down on my kneel it down device here. My doctor said I got to take it easy. I said, you gotta stop taking that Viagra. All right, so this is where it gets dirty. I'm breathing hard. I want to thank everyone who has been saying, hey, we need some updates on your heart and what's going on. So what you want to do is reach in here and you just got to kind of feel it. You want to feel where the window gets in that track and smear that grease all up and down inside there. If you just did that one, in some cars there's one in the back and one in the front. If you just did that, you would probably fix the problem. But we're gonna go a step further. So I'm putting my thumb in here. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'll flip you around. So going up inside that window track. Just putting my thumb up inside there and putting that grease in there. It gets messy. Be liberal with it, not conservative. Liberal means you spend a lot on it. Some things you're supposed to spend a lot of money on, and some things you don't. Some things you go liberal on. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's worth it. All right, oh yeah, I can feel it getting slippery now. Everything with lube works better. It makes you get both sides of it, because that's the part, that rubber piece. It used to have felt in it, and the felt wears off, and just the exposed rubber is what's up against that window now. All right. Ew. Leave your hand greasy because we ain't done. So we're going to get inside these window tracks now. Yep, I got to use the other hand now. There's a cable that is there. Get that grease all up and down that track. And do the one over here too. Put some grease in that thing. Now we're done with the grease, so I'm gonna go clean my hands. Use my knuckle to turn you off. All right, we'll put the black thingy back up there. It has a like a butyl rubber type sealant on it. Get that thing up in there really tight. Make sure all your holes are lined up or you won't be able to get your tabs back in there. First thing we want to do is get your door latch pull thingy hooked up on this thing. Just like that. And we get our electric things hooked back up and we pop all this back in place. You gotta feel around with it with your hands. Hold your tongue just right. All right. Okay, that's in place. It's got these two big tab and jabber thingies. Get those things lined up. And top of the door. Oops. So you got to get your don't forget this thing. All right. Before we get any further, let's test the window. So I hate to get all the screws put back in it and it still not work. Oh, what did I do with the keys? I'm gonna go ahead and start the car. Use the right Dodge key. Still. Oh, but it's going down all the way now. Ooh, that's better. Oh, it's getting better. Hey, why isn't that thing not going down? Is it rubbing real hard or something? All right, so you may notice a little bit of grease on the outside of the window. Just take you just a little bit of, wipe that off a little bit. You may have to do that a few times because obviously that gets hit by that trike. We glob the grease in, and that's what I'm talking about. We globbed the grease in it. So the idea, the one rubber track usually has some felt on it, and that felt comes off and then the window is just exposed to raw rubber. So it needs a lubrication. Like I said, you can put WD-40 on it, but WD-40 is only a short time fix. Maybe it'll last a week or two, because the extreme heat that's inside that door when the sun's baking on it, and then when the rain is coming down the door, it's just washing it away. Axle grease is designed not to wash away in the rain. That's why it's axle grease, right? I gotta sit down. Oh. Another thing is, you glob it on the tracks where the cable runs also. And as that cable is going up and down inside that the cable holders, that grease is working its way up in there, working its way around in that little motor. And the more it goes up and down, because you globbed it on there, you got to glob it on there, okay? That's what you do with all grease. You glob it on there. You don't go cheap. But as it is, my wife's door is finished. So let's talk about my heart real quick. I don't even know what I do with the keys. Here it is. Today they told me not to take my heart med before I got there. Take it about half hour. I felt really good not taking the heart meds. As soon as I take the heart meds, it's like I just, all my energy just drops right out of me. And they got me on the lowest they can put me on. So, but they said it's because my heart valve is neither opening or closing, and that I need to get that thing done ASAP. And so today I went for it's called a CTA, and I've had different, that's where they use a contrast and pump it through an IV in your arm or in your leg or someplace, and it makes you feel real hot. I've had these done several times over the years when I was getting operations done. I had to get one when I had my shoulder operated on. They needed a CT of the labrum and all the connecting tissues and all that stuff that's in there, so they can put me back together when they get in there. They don't want to search for it. They want to know what they're looking for. They did another one when they put my face back together. I mean, I was born with a good-looking face, believe it or not. They did a pretty good job putting me back together. I'm a handsome man right now. And they did it then on my face. Actually, it was I believe it was the same one, same contrast. They did both for the face and the shoulder at the same time, because the contrast fluid gets everywhere. Lights up my brain. They said, you ain't got a brain. And they did it when they replaced my hip also. So I've had it done quite a few times. But they said this time it's going to be different because your kidney functions are not operating the way they should. There's nothing wrong with my kidneys, but since my heart's not pumping, that stuff is going to be hard on my kidneys getting it out. And by the time we got about halfway home, we had to go like 60 miles to do this. By the time I got halfway home, I was feeling rough, and I didn't want my wife to worry. She worries so much about me. But I was going through shakes and everything else, and that was that contrast fluid. My body couldn't expel it, and so we stopped and got something to eat, and that seemed to help, and got a couple of sodas in me that seemed to help a little bit. But I got to watch out. My body can't get rid of fluids, so I got to be careful. And the only way I can watch my water weight is by going on a good accurate scale and measuring my body weight. Where the same clothes, you can't just go in there with your jeans and your shoes and your boots on and stuff. You got to get down to your skivvies. So I get in there in my skivvies and just take the weight the same way every time. And they want me down to 210 pounds. Day before yesterday, I was up to 217, and I start to feel it on my chest. I start to feel like it's hard to breathe. So yesterday, I didn't go without any fluids at all, and I got it down to 214. This morning, when I woke up, I was at 209. So I know that I'm good. 210, 209. I'm in. That's the range they want me in. Cottonmouth right now. Before I drink, I want to test my weight. I want to thank everyone that says, "Hey, I want an update on your heart and what's going on." I got some really good fans. I know my fan count isn't really big, but the ones I got, guys that come to the steampunk parlor where I cut their hair, and all the kids, I got hundreds of kids that watch my videos, believe it or not. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. The doctor says, because I'm actually in really good shape, other than my heart, once the valve comes in, I should have 100%. I should be at well, it's going to take a little time to get up there, but I should recover 100%. A lot of older guys that get this stuff done, they usually stay in pretty bad shape the rest of their life. But me, and I'm not young. I just look kind of young because I got my Viagra. Anyways, now it's a waiting game. They're gonna schedule me for the TAVR, and a TAVR is it's a catheter that gets put in either through my leg or through a main artery, and they put it in, and the heart valve is built into that, and it goes in the heart and expands, and immediately, as soon as it expands, it starts to work. They can pull the catheter out, but I have to stay in the ICU for 2 to 3 days because they. Oh, you see that? That thing is bad. Oh man, it's working good. They want me in the ICU for 2 or 3 days because the TAVR heart valve pushes up against a set of nerves right inside the between the left atrium and the right atrium, and those nerves is what runs the heart. And the TAVR could interfere with those nerves. It could squeeze them off and not make them work. They said it's very rare that it happens, but it usually happens when you have a defective heart valve, not just a calcified heart valve. And I have that defective heart valve. I have what they call a bicuspid heart valve that now neither opens nor closes. It is still pumping, because when they put that contrast in me, man, it was fast. This is about how fast it works. It goes in your arm, you can feel it coming up your arm this fast. Feel it in your chest, you feel it going down, it's in your groin, goes down into your legs, you can feel it squeezing into the toes. It gets this hot feeling. And then immediately after that, you can feel it going up into your face, and then your top of your head, you feel hot on top of your head, and then you feel it down in your hands. And it's like, man, that's like fast. I mean, within 6-7 seconds, and they know exactly when. They said, all right, hold your breath, and they pull you through that machine and take that contrast picture. They take a couple pictures without the contrast and a couple pictures with the contrast, and then they put a little bit more of the stuff in there. Take just a second one to make sure it's going good, and that gives you a 3D digital 3D picture, perfect picture inside your heart. I'll try to post a picture right here. I may be able to pull it off my portal. That'd be cool, seeing my own heart. I always keep copies of all my records, and you should too. Don't just trust the interweb and all the places to hold your records for you. Get digital copies. Keep them at your house for all the work you've ever done. You don't know, you may change direction, go somewhere else. That hospital may close where it's got your records. Wherever it may be, you keep your digital records. Keep all your records with you. I trusted the military, and they lost all my medical records. All right, so that's where I'm at. So now I'm waiting for the heart valve, for them to give me a call and then give me the date to put the heart valve in. I'll be there for a couple days when they do that. I need to go in and get off my feet. I did way too much today. Besides doing that, I got the hot tub cleaned out. I helped my wife with some planter stuff over here. I put in a new plant. We stopped and got a new plant. I put in another plant over there on my pond. I gotta have I think I'm maybe get me some dinosaurs or something and put me a couple dinosaurs. Man, this looks like a dinosaur area, right? I can just imagine seeing couple of pteranodons over here. And maybe couple of big allosauruses looking through the woods right there. I can see that. I want to get this thing kind of got that tropical flavor. We live in the 7A, so anything tropical is only going to live in the summer. It's not going to live in the winter. You have to dig it up. So this is the closest thing I can get to tropical. So we put these in the ground. You can see it's still damp right down there. There are two different varieties of like an elephant ear. I got to water this one down again. It's still got water in it, but it's holding on. I think the ground down here is better. But I want to give my pond a little bit of a tropical flavor to it. Oh, I got to get inside, take it easy. I got to go weigh myself, see if I can have another drink. My wife's window is working. Remember this, no matter what you're doing, whether you're in a hospital or anything else, remember, this is very important, that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. This is so true. This is something I learned the hard way over the years. Back when I was building my faith. And when I was building my faith, I built it up so good. I said, I got to share this with everybody. I got to share what I learned with everybody. So I became a pastor. And the Lord's did everything with me the hard way. And I do everything the hard way. I do everything the redneck way. Rednecks, the Bible got a lot of rednecks in them too. One of the words a redneck say is I reckon. I reckon so. Did you know that's one of the most popular words in the Bible is reckon? Yeah, there's going to be a great reckoning, right? That you have to reckon, reconciliation, reckon. Reckon is all through the Bible. The apostles, they were rednecks just like me. That's how I know I'm in good hands. If Jesus was going to hold on to there's a nice big, got millions of little baby frogs out here. Yeah, watch where I step. If the Lord took care of them, He'll take care of me too. He takes care of the lilies. He takes care of me, right? Takes care of the sparrows. He definitely takes care of some of them crows that's trying to come down and get me. But I ain't worried about them crows. Listen, God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you on the next Fixing Things with Pastor Bill. We have some more updates coming on the 302 Pinto build. The push rod keepers that I bought, they are junk, the ones that came with it. So I got some adjustable ones now. We do it right because we buy it twice. So that's what you get when you buy aluminum heads. You gotta do things twice, a few times, buy a few parts quite a few times different. And things that they don't tell you when you buy the heads. God bless you. I'll see you. I ain't dying. I ain't going nowhere. I'll see you on the next Fixing Things with Pastor Bill. God bless you. Thank you so much for sending all those thanks and hope you get better and everything else. I'm in bad shape, but I ain't going nowhere. God bless you.